first thing that I have to mention that is what scales the problem even harder is that currently the lead community manager is Ricardo, and I will screen share so you can see as well. I mean, I don't know if you're watching the stream, but probably that has some delay. I don't know. Screen share is on. So he currently is the lead community manager, and he is marked as the community manager on PT as well, even though he does nothing. So that's relevant to mention because the idea is to show you that whatever happens on the PT server and the BR server, because the moderation is the same, but we'll get there, is like pretty close to what this lead community manager envisions the game to be. At least that's what it seems like because well, he's here, he's the community manager here, and he has been since forever basically. But he does nothing. Like he literally only posts the update posts. He doesn't talk to people at all. It's Alura who does the talking, and it has been like this for very long, for very long. So I don't
Isn't
know
this guy
what
this guy LCM now?
what.
Ricardo.
What did you say before? I didn't hear.
Isn't this guy LCM
Yes,
now?
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Okay.
that's
Okay.
that's what I'm talking
That's
about.
that's
He is
that's
the
what
lead
I
community
remember.
manager. Yeah. So the PT server is very deeply related to what happens, or at least to what the LCM envisions the game to be. How are you doing?
Mm-mm.
I'm doing good. Um, so this is the first thing that I had on that doc. I'm kind of just following it honestly because I think it's well done.
Yeah. I opened it too.
So yeah, and um, with this, I mean, this is quite obvious. That these guys are deeply connected to the LCM and they have some power. Because if you go look at it, Tastic, for example, let's check the BR server. We can see who's the speed admin, right? Yeah. Oh, he doesn't even have an account, so he doesn't appear here. Right, that's awesome. Yeah, it's
That's
it's
cool.
it's awesome. But yeah, he's here. He's here as well. Speed admin. Alura joined Speed admin as a community manager here in like 2018 maybe. Was it that long ago? I'm not sure. Let me see. Uh, it's fairly easy to see. You just see when she started making the announcements of new versions. I guess Amici made most of them. Okay, yeah, it was around when Amici it was around this time, I guess, 2018, that she joined as a community manager here. But anyway, the the point here is that Tastic is here, he is on BR, and now, funnily enough, he's also in Spain, which is a funny server currently, because like he's like, oh, he's not even marked as a part of the team. That's funny. Where is he? He's here. He's marked as speed admin, but he's not marked as a part of the team. That's great. That's nice. Well done. So what seems to have happened here is that the guy who is currently the community manager here, who funnily enough is not even Spanish, he is the community manager specialist. I don't know his name, but he was marked as the community manager on the UK server for a bit. I can show you that. Uh, with a different nickname, by the way. But it's still him. Where is it? Where will I find that? I don't even know. Posts by community managers. Where is that? Like I need to find the other posts of the other guys. The other guy announcements. Okay, here. This guy. Yeah. So he was temporarily here as a community manager after the the six or whatever community managers were kicked. You were not active during that time, so you don't know the history of that. But
Yeah.
we'll get there. We'll get there. So he was here temporarily, and like basically he's just filling the gap, is what it seems like. So they put him here and they put him in Spain under a different name, but like I don't know, people are even saying that he's like typing messages that make no sense. Like here he says, "Thank you, they have set me up to be a really good AI." Like, like why? I don't, it just doesn't make much sense. So people have been noticing this and have been saying that it's really strange. This community manager, and then of course you have Tastic being the speed admin here as well, and then that clearly shows that there's some connection to Ricardo and then connection to the PT server again. So all of this shit is connected basically. Meanwhile, some of the other servers like have nothing to do with them. Like for example, on PT and BR they announced that the prices of speed were gonna be changed. I don't know if I sent you that as well.
I don't remember that.
They will change the prices of rounds, speed rounds, to for it to be under 3 hours you get some premium packs, and above 3 hours you get 5 premium per hour. So yeah, I
Oh.
bet you can't wait to play a 4 hour round for 20 premium. It's awesome, right? 20 premium for a round. But it's funny because if you go to the Brazilian server where that is being discussed, sometimes what Tastic always says is that the prices of the round are better. Prices of rounds are better. Where is it? Here, look. He gives examples of prices of
Yeah,
rounds, and
yeah,
he says, "Oh
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
for sure,
24
for sure.
hours are now 120 premium points. Cool. How about 4 hour rounds? That's like the 3 hour, 4 hour rounds. That's like the majority of rounds. Yeah, now people get 20 premium. Congrats. That's awesome. So these guys are really like this. They like hide uh, the the like what is factually happening, and then just like put things to make it seem like they are doing something good. A very funny one
Yeah,
as well on the PT
yeah.
server. I'll show you. It's
That's
this one.
that's almost the same thing everywhere on every market.
Nah,
That's
I don't
crazy.
I don't agree, man. Like this is a completely different level. Look at this. Look at this one. Uh, Announcements. I think it's this. Look, here it says that there's a new model, a new N11 model that,
And
by the way,
11, what the
that by the
fuck?
way, when I was suggesting rounds back then, they always said that they couldn't do rounds with different start levels from the standard ones, which is funny. So now they just add a new one magically, because now it's possible. And this one is the most retarded thing. New settings that can be added in the speed rounds: Watchtower, Church, Moral, and Militia. As if before they couldn't be added. It's like, oh, new game update, guys. Like, what the fuck? It just makes no
Yeah.
sense. It just makes no sense at all.
Well,
Anyway,
we already had this in France like 2018 or 2019. I don't remember, but
that's
that's not that's not new.
well, but it really just shows that the support constantly like tries to like tell users that they're doing something useful or making things be better in some way when when in reality it's like it's been possible to do this since forever. Oh, and by the way, I talked to them after, and they said that he did this only to say that okay, now we are gonna be using this because before they were not. I mean, these things were always used before as well, model and
Yeah,
militia.
yeah,
So
that's
it
false.
like it just doesn't make sense. Um, oh, by the way, you wanna see a funny thing about Alura? She is also, surely you know this. She is also the community manager here,
Oh, oh.
and yeah, she is also here. Yeah, it's yeah, she is here. So is she? Yeah, she still is. So she basically has control over everything at this point. It's it's kind of like that. I mean, it is just what it is, and you'll see she tries to get even more control uh, with things I will say later. So now I'm going through the sheet and I'm trying to see what more I still have not talked about. Oh, okay. There is a funny one that I have written here. That is how in the first few months of Ricardo being lead community manager, he basically had different servers follow different rules for like no reason at all, or at least that's what it seems like. Because he joined, I'm not sure when. I think it was maybe in like April. May, something like that, of the last year. And I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure. But he made it so a rule was to not make more than one barbarian village per player. And, well, if we go see some worlds here, you will see that it says, oh, there's 0 barbs per player, which makes no sense. It's not true. But then when you see the access, the guest access, the map is like the biggest map you've ever seen, like with like full continents, and this will
Oh,
never be possible with one barbarian per player.
yeah.
I mean, it's like it could be like a special round, whatever, because I don't know, but still, it doesn't make sense that we have this server making like a giant rounds like this. Yeah, this was in June. This one was made in June, so I think he was already the lead community manager. Let me see. The map is the same thing, pretty much. Oh, and look at this. This is definitely not um like. Do you know about this? Maybe you don't. But in PT and PR servers, they basically use bots to to invite villages. Like they inviting a player feature.
Yeah, okay, okay.
They basically use that feature to get a ton of like 26-point players to like be around their area in the map. So it's like imagine you have a tribe and they just invite like 500 accounts to be near that zone. Then they eventually just become barbarian, and the map then looks like this. So you have a
Oh,
very big density of villages in this area, and like everywhere else, it's like fine. So it's really weird. It's really weird. Also, when that happens, let me see if I can find a screenshot of that. It's pretty funny. Where is that? Because the guy sent me a screenshot of that. Where is this? Uh, what I'm trying to show is that when this happens, there's like a ton of barbarian villages around the map, like in the circle around the map, and and very few villages of players because they were all like inside. Look at this.
what the fuck?
So you can see these like circles. This is all these like big circles of barbarian villages. This is all because the player villages did not spawn outside the circle. They spawned inside instead. You see, this is fucking ridiculous. But what I'm also told is that the the support does nothing on the Brazilian server, and on the PT server they actually remove these villages, which is pretty funny.
I've never seen everything like that.
Yeah, like
What
why?
the fuck?
Why does that happen? Like if you see PT, it mostly doesn't have that, but the players are overall the same, kinda. Let's look at this one for example. Let's look at the top tribes, just so you have an idea. LB, whatever. Let's look at the map. Let's see if we find. Look, this has like an insane density, and here it's like completely different. So every like top tribe does this shit. You see? This is rest
Mm.
in peace. So like literally every single top tribe does this. it's it's fucking insane. But to be fair, that's not the support's fault. It's just the fucking players that are very
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
innovative when it comes to cheating. Look at this shit.
Oh my God.
The entire map is like fine, but these areas are just insane. And if I like, I don't know, I'll look at .it for example. Like you will not see any of this. It just doesn't exist there. These servers are a mess. It's not only because of the support, it's also because of the players. Look, this looks okay. There
Yeah, yeah,
isn't a place with like an insane density of villages, so it's a thing of PT and BR for sure. But still, I already talked about things that I didn't even have planned. Um, anyway, the the idea was to tell you about how different um, servers had to have different settings. So if I go on IT, I mean you saw that those maps had a ton of barbarian villages. Here, if I go on IT, this round had like one per player. This was around that time. Yeah. Eventually, he made it so people could do 150. So in Spain, there were some with like 150. So 1.5 villages per player. But but in PT and PR, The rules were never like that, and it just doesn't make sense. I mean, they did follow that rule for a bit. Let me see. They have a lot of, yeah. This is 150 as well. I think they mostly follow that, but at least in the beginning, not every server followed the same rules. That's the point. Uh, they kind of just enforce things in some servers and in others they let them do whatever. It's funny,
Yeah.
but it just makes no sense because his argument was that if you put too many villages on the map, the server will like crash or like break or something. Meanwhile,
Uh,
if you go check the classic, let's see how many barbs per player it has, right? Let's see. Oh yeah, 15. Awesome. I'm sure the map will not crash. It's like it just doesn't make sense. The argument just does not make sense at all. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, he basically started like rejecting every single setting because if you look at it, in Italy we used to make a lot of fuck off. We used to make a lot of like topics with polls for people to choose the settings that they would want. Let's see. Not sure if this is here. I don't think so. I don't know where I will find that honestly. I didn't have anything ready to show. But yeah, here look. There's like polls for settings of worlds. But you will see these are from October 2023. But from before there were even more, and there were like more specific things because back then pretty much every setting that the community manager would give us a suggestion to the lead community manager, and yeah, that's relevant because he's the one who actually approves the settings. They would
mm-mm.
pretty much all be approved, and with Ricardo, pretty much nothing was approved. Like unless you were following the default settings and like extremely well justifying any sort of change, he would just refuse it, which just doesn't make sense. So we went from having like a ton of like variation in rounds to like using the university, the things in the middle, like this, yeah, like this, to just domination, domination, domination. So like the variety actually just stopped existing most of the times. Oh, here it was actually runes. Let me see when this was made. Okay, this was already with Ricardo. Maybe I am wrong. I mean, but in the beginning, that's how it was. In the beginning, you pretty much couldn't change the settings a lot. Like even things like the tribe block, something like that. Like he even like complained about us changing the tribe block, which doesn't make sense at all. That's a setting that it doesn't impact the revenue at all. Like even if they want to make settings specifically to make money, it just doesn't make sense. Um, I'm reading through what I have written. Uh, okay, that's pretty much it. I guess I can go a bit off topic because I've been talking about very like not specific things. I mean, like extremely specific. That's kind of the opposite. And I guess we can instead talk about our times as speed admins for now.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the most interesting.
Probably. I mean, it is
Yeah.
our experiences and what happened during then.
Yeah, I have some funny stories about what happened in on the last year on the French on the French staff, but let's keep it for after. But yeah, the time as speed admin was the biggest joke ever. I mean, like in 2021, it was the biggest joke ever.
Well, games. That's one word to put it. But before that, honestly, I think I should talk about the Alura posts, and then I can even like when you talk about speed admin things, I can talk about the fact that they said that they never got messaged by you, things like that. Like we can like
Mm,
mix those two stories because it makes sense.
yeah, we can obviously mix it because I have some stories with Tastic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Well,
yeah, awesome.
with Tastic and almost every speed admins on every market. So
Yeah.
that's a funny thing.
Okay,
Yes.
so before I will just show this funny one. You would expect speed admins to want to make the game better, right? And speed admins, no, community managers, and to like actually want things to change for the better. Look at what this one says. It's about whatever infractions of the game. Someone was like commenting. But look at this one. This is funny.
Oh.
So instead of making the game better, it's like nah, just get rid of it. It's like if you don't like it,
Yeah,
we just end it. But you would
that's a
think this is like a
that's a fair,
one-time thing, right?
obviously.
Like in 2020, this happened once. It's like 4 years ago, so it's nothing special, right? Nothing special. However, 3 years later on the BR server, 3 years later, by the way, you can see that the discourse is still the same, absolutely the same. It's it's the same disgusting shit. It's like if you don't wanna make the game better, why are you a community manager? It just doesn't make sense. Just really doesn't make sense. So it's always the same thing. Like guys complaining about. Well, on the PT server, it was pretty much just me and a few others complaining about things not being good. The Brazilian server has many more people. And when she sees a lot of people typing, oh, it's the things are not good, there's problems, she's like, nah, we just suspend the accounts. It's fine. Like, doesn't make sense at all. Um, yeah. Then the next thing that I have is regarding the talk about the tournament. So if you want to talk about you and
Yeah,
and
yeah,
your time as speed
obviously.
admin.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so basically, I entered in the stuff in 2021 as a speed admin, and the mission was to make speed relevant because we lost almost every players who were active in like 2020 because of the COVID and the World Tournament. Um, so I entered and I had the idea to make it happen again. So the mission was to, yeah, make some publicity on every market, and for that I almost PM every speed admins on every market. And the biggest joke was nobody answered, or like some people answered, but some of them just told me, "You are a nobody. You are a nobody. So you have nothing to tell me." And that was the biggest joke ever because they don't want to do anymore. That's funny.
It's
That's
funny
funny.
as well because like one of the first things that I was told when I joined was to not message other community managers on the chat tool of InnoGames because it's like
It's because of me.
yeah, like they shouldn't be bothered or something, and it's like they just really don't want you. In general, they just really don't want you to like talk to other people because like you might convince them that there's something wrong. I guess I don't know, but it's just funny how well it would make complete sense for all the servers to like be more related to one another. Like now they are trying to make an international Discord server, and they are putting like every community manager on the .NET server, which I think is I don't know about that. It's a bit too little, too late, and it's a complete mess because you have the the .NET chats being public for everyone, and you have like the community managers of .NET sending pings of announcements to to everyone, and then you also have the community manager from each server sending pings of the announcements in their language, so you get pinged like a lot of times if you
Mm-mm.
if you have the announcements ping on, and in general it's just messy because a lot of communities have their own server, so like the friend server, they will not move to this server. It makes no sense. So it's like it's just way too late to do this. So Yeah, but still, it would be much better if servers collaborated instead of actually playing against each other, which is what seems like happens here. But yeah, you were talking about the interaction with people. Yeah.
Yeah, I am actually sharing if I have some screenshots of my conversation with some of them because that was
Oh, I don't
pretty
think
crazy.
you can share that. Like that's inside of the tools. I don't think you can share that.
Yeah, it was on Mattermost,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah. It's
yeah, basically, I don't think I have this. I don't think I have this.
yeah. I mean, we were not even allowed to save screenshots of that. I don't. What I have is from outside of the tools. So I
No,
mean,
I have
there's nothing.
anything. I have anything.
Yeah, there's no point. But still, it's pretty funny. The like the different community managers. I always like reached out to a few to like publicize some tournaments that I might try to do. Some guys were actually really nice and would genuinely try to help and would put the announcement and would even message people. And others were like, nah, this is useless.
Yeah. That was the thing. That was the thing. And the funny things you were talking about Allura and Tasik, and they were the ones who respond me. Oh yeah, I will make an announcement, and did nothing.
Yeah, yeah. It's it's always been like that. Like there was one time where we messaged Alura, even with an announcement in Portuguese for her to put in the forums. She copy pasted it with like terrible formatting. She deleted it. That's sad. She deleted the topic, but she copy pasted it with terrible formatting to the announcements of the PR server and in English. So obviously no one read that shit. It was like doing that or doing nothing is pretty much the same thing. So that's 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 what they do. That's what they do. But but a funny thing as a player, because this during this time I was I had nothing to do with the support, was that well I was talking with OS frequently and I was helping organize the tournament, and well he had mentioned that he like messaged everyone to um, to talk about the tournament and to have them announce the tournament and to just try to get a team basically from every server,
Oh,
and
every day I send PM. Every day I send PM to everyone, players, staff, post on every market on forum, and in like everywhere. They deleted the post I sent it
yeah,
for
yeah.
the tournament.
I mean, I've had servers that never really deleted anything. Like a .NET has always been a pretty like stable server, and I can't complain about that at all. And most of that is thanks to Jojo, and now Chirky is also pretty chill. But but a lot of other servers would just completely censor you. Like the other day, there was a Polish guy that came to the PT forum and to the VR forum, and he was trying to make the world's 200 in Poland be a really big world, and yeah, I mean it's a big number, it's a ton of worlds in a single server, so it makes sense. He just wanted to spread the word around and have people from different servers coming in and playing it, and it was just deleted on the PT and the BR server instantly. In other servers, it actually was up for a while, and there was even like a Hungarian team playing on the tournament, which was nice. But funnily enough, that was also the time when the Hungarian server didn't have a community manager, so no one was there to censor it. it was it was an interesting time. But yeah, um, during the time of the tournament that you tried to organize, there's here some funny things. There's this topic that I made about just problems on the PT server, and here I mentioned that you contacted them and that nothing happened. Where is that? Uh, I'm not sure. Oh, here. I talked about you here. I'm not sure where I mentioned that, but I mentioned it here that you messaged them and that they said they would do something, but they actually did nothing. And let's see. where she says here. I'm not sure it was here. Did she delete these things or what? I don't think so. Maybe it was not necessarily this topic, but what I do have is the messages still. Surely she messaged me saying that I will translate this thing. Messaged me saying that she was never contacted to organize a team, which is funny, but that's funny.
Yeah, that's funny because I searched for for the message I sent them and I found it.
It's it just makes no
I found
sense. Like
messages with Tastic and Allure
yeah, and
and
uh, and
and
I went on that
every
topic to
second.
point out that they did get messaged and that they did nothing in the end. And she here says, "Oh, we were never contacted or something." And then I said that you contacted both the speed admin of Brazil and of PT, and she's uh, like very like I don't know, like worried about it. I don't know because it's like you shared some sort of information that you shouldn't. Which I mean, you said that you contacted every speed admin. Like, why is that a problem? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, my message with Tastic was, "Oh, you are the speed admin of the community manager or PT." He said, "Speed admin." Okay, that's nice. I hope we will bring a PT team on this tournament. And he responded me, "Yeah, I'm going to try. If you can, I can make an announcement on your official forum. It's fine." And he never answered anymore.
That is typical. That is very typical. But even here, it makes no sense that she just like acts as if everything has to be like extremely secretive and that people can't even talk to each other. And this is funny to me. Look, it's bro, it's like you were representing the French server and they were the ones representing the PT server. Why is that private in any way? I mean, it it, it just doesn't make sense. And then like she says things like I don't know. What am I trying to look for? Look, this one. This is funny. Like, what is this? Like, what's the objective of saying this shit? Tell me.
I
The
don't know.
objective is like, you, uh, you were like, I don't know, yeah, I respected you before and now I don't. Like, okay. I mean, sure. I don't care. But it has always been like this. The general summary of this conversation that I wrote here is is that it seems like she literally just contacted me to know how I knew that you messaged them. It's pretty funny. Like it seems like she just came here to like confirm. Like she just messages me, hey, how the fuck do you know this? Basically, and I mean, you told me that the messaged you. That's fine. And and it's funny because she's like, nah, we were not messaged, we were not messaged. But then I say, nah, they were messaged, and she's like, what? How do you know? It's like she was like, nah, we were not messaged, but then I know they were messaged, and they're like, oh, what? How?
Oh my god.
Like we really go from we did nothing to like we didn't even get a message to oh we did a message but you shouldn't know about it. It's like it's quite literally that.
Yeah, but most of them never replied. That's the funny thing. I don't even know if they read the messages that I sent.
To be fair, a lot of people don't use that chat, so
Yeah, I
yeah,
guess.
I knew a lot of people that just didn't log into that because there's no point. People barely say anything there. But yeah, anyway, um, I typed a lot about things here. Oh, and I will now talk about a funny story. That is, well, when I joined the support team, right? Because if you go back on the PT server, you will see that there's a ton of suggestions from me. Uh, well, This one is recent, and still nothing was done. But I will talk about recent things later. Um, if I go well to the archive and I go back quite a lot, or not even necessarily a lot. There's like suggestions, a ton of like topics which suggestions basically all from me, and like nothing was ever done. So it's like I'm not gonna waste time on the PT server since nothing is done. And when CC joined as speed admin and after the tournament that you hosted, I basically just spent a lot of time working with them on the Italian server. If I go to the Italian forum, you'll see that there's a ton of topics from me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, I mean but these are all from speed admin times. These are not anymore. These are all um, things from before I was speed admin. So I just actually started suggesting things here because things were actually being changed for the better, and that's how I eventually joined the support team. But funny story is that Alura tried to get me out of the support team, like like 1 week after I joined. It's funny. It's like on the PT server they would just like laugh at me when when I try to do something, and then I join another the support team, and they're like, "Oh no, we have to keep laughing at him. We need to kick him out of the team or something." That's what it seemed like. So you want to know what they said? Alura said that I was on the official Discord server of the PT server, and I was talking about the fact that I was not even talking about. I was like inviting people to play on the Italian server and like telling people that the PT server is not good or something, that they should just play on the on the PT server instead, on the IT server instead. But the screenshots that she sent, let me see if I can find them because those are really funny. The screenshots that she sent to prove this, they just made no sense at all compared to what she was saying. Let me see if I can find them. 2022? Yeah, it was 2022. See if I can find this shit. Because I had these screenshots. Where did I put them? They put them here? Somewhere? I'm not sure. Um, oh, that's a problem. I don't know where that is. That is slightly problematic. Anyway, it's not like it was extremely important. Wait, did I send on the group the shot that we have? Maybe. Let me see. Yes, I did. Perfect. Okay, these are the prints. Yeah, the prints were really sent like this. Like they were sent with this quality. That's that's the that's the type of yeah. It's this, and this is fully zoomed in. These are the prints.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is it's it's uh it's very good. It's like just random conversations. I will translate everything and give context. But oh wait, these are the no these are not the two things. Okay, so if my computer decides to work, okay, good. So this one was just this guy uh, messaging like one guy that was on my team back then, uh, saying you're gonna lick my balls or something. I don't know, like completely irrelevant.
Oh.
And then I just add the guy that he said this to. That when he discovers that I'm speed admin in Italy, there will be even more conspiracy theories about mods abusing power because that's always been a thing. Like there have always been like theories of like buying the support and getting them to like give info, stuff like that in the PT server especially. I mean, I think some of them have been true, but eventually the mods that did that were kicked out. So it's like that's not even a problem to be brought up. Um, and he said, "Doc, tell me what is Botville." And giving context to this, before I was in support and a long time ago, Botville was a server in Discord where FM the master sold bots basically, and I was on it
Oh.
as well because at that time everyone cheated. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
it's that is not um, any secret or anything. So it really doesn't really matter telling people about this. And I said whoever wants to make 1v1 against someone, um, send me a message with and I'm in Italy. I'm like, okay, you can like come check it out, but I'm not telling you. I'm not telling people that like the PT server is bad and that they just should come play on the IT instead. He said he even bought me bots, whatever. This has nothing to do with the history. Um, and then some guy asked if you had to pay the server, and I said that no, I think I will have permission to give Farm Assistant and Prim account for free, and pretty much nothing here is relevant. This guy says that I had already thought about playing 1v1s, but people would have to pay or else you are explored or something. I don't know, like some guy giving his opinion. And then I said, well, in Italy you just have to ask. The, the marketing system is different. The simple fact that there's people coming to the server and a lot of new people ends up gaining interest, and that's good enough. And these are like the screenshots that she sent to CC, and she was mad and she was like, "Oh, this guy is like telling people to like go play on your server." Or, like, I mean, I did tell people I was doing something, some special round, but I wasn't like telling people, "Oh, this the server is like terrible. Just come play on the other one." And this was like it was less than 1 month into me being a speed admin, I think. But then I translated the message fully to CC, and well, he understood that it just made no sense at all. And at that time, Allura didn't have as much power because she was just a random community manager. Ricardo was not
Mm,
the lead community manager yet,
yeah.
so nothing really came out of this. But it was a story that I'm only telling people for the first time now, actually. But still, it makes no sense. Um, that's I think that's that. Uh, yeah, I'm like going through the messages, but even then, like if I were telling people to play there, like what difference would that make, right? It's still the game is the same. I'm not dragging people out of the
Yeah, of
game
course.
anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't make sense at all. But like it was nice still because CC had joined as a community manager in like for like a few months only, and they still didn't like instantly kick me out, which would be what a lot of people would do, honestly. Because I mean,
Yeah,
you are
yeah, for
contacted
sure.
by
For
by a
sure.
CM who has been there for like maybe 10 years even. I don't know how long he's been there for, but for very long. And they tell you some guy is doing something wrong. I mean, a lot of CMs would just instantly kick him out, I'm sure. And it was thankfully not what happened here. And I am here to tell the story and more. But then I can talk about when I was eventually kicked out, and well, the community managers getting kicked out as well, because this was in December, was in like the 20th of December around that, and I was kicked. Not only me, there was a lot of people who were kicked. The speed admin of Hungary was also kicked, for example, because but that's a funny story. I can talk about it after. But basically, like what seems to have happened is that they just wanted to cut costs, literally. And some community managers that were kicked out weren't there doing anything. Like these guys on .NET. .NET has supporters from every team. Like now there's only these guys. There was a Danish supporter, there was a Norwegian supporter. Like none of those guys exist anymore, and they were pretty much inactive. So it makes sense kicking them out. But people that were also kicked were Dutch, the .nl community manager,
Yeah.
also CC, also Kakashi from Spain, also Novali from Hungary. I never really talked a lot to Novali, so I mean I don't know. But the funny story about Hungary that I was talking about is that Novali didn't do much, but it looks like what she was kicked for was for giving a lot of power to supporters, which I mean it's like I don't know why that's necessarily a
It makes
problem.
no sense at all.
But what happened here is that the supporters of Novali would be the one to put the announcements. You see, most
Yeah,
most of the times. But this is something that has also happened in other servers, so it's not a big deal, at least in my opinion. But still, it's um, it's pretty funny that I mean she was kicked for like doing nothing, I guess. which is fair. But instead of like telling Noob Leader or some of other um, of these supporters to be the new community manager, since they were the ones who were actually doing everything, they just kick all of them out because yeah, it doesn't really make sense, and they don't even ever talk to any of them. Like these voluntary supporters, they are never talked to if they are kicked out. Like so they get
Uh,
kicked out of nowhere without any sort of reason, which is always fun. Which is also what happened to me, by the way, and I can talk about that now. Um, what seems to have happened is that I played on .NET with the map farm script, which is a totally normal script that pretty much everyone uses everywhere. But sure, it's not legal on .NET. So it seems like, and I have literal proof of this. By the way, they say that you can't ban people based on proof of outside the game, right? That's
yeah,
that's what they
yeah,
say.
yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
exactly what they did to me. So if I go here, if I find the video, it has like 900 views or something, 900 and something, uh, 1000. It's this one. Yeah, you can see that there's some traffic on this video from Mattermost. Where is it? Reach. Here, look. There's traffic from
Oh,
Mattermost.
what the fuck?
Yeah, so they were sharing the video around, and they kicked me out because of this video. In theory, because in reality, what I was told after is that they blacklisted me and said that the reason of that was that I was abusing the moderation tools to make illegal bots or something, which makes
Oh
no
my
sense.
god. Oh my
I,
god.
I can't even code. It just makes no sense. But the funny thing is, well, I, like a normal person, I went and emailed Ricardo to try to understand this, right? Because it doesn't make much sense. And, well, there's the email here. It's pretty big. Like, it's pretty respectful. Tries to clear everything out. Tried to clear out these two possibilities for being kicked out, right? And I told him why it was extremely relevant that, well, I was speed admin and that I did a lot, like some ideas of tournaments, things like that. And, well, he never answered. He answered like he answered like 4 hours later. In the email I said that the email is long, whatever, but yeah, I would like to get an answer definitely. And he said, "Oh, okay, yeah, I see your email. I will answer it at a later date or something." And this was in the beginning of January. It's May now, so I mean, I guess it's still a later date, right? Maybe he will answer me in 10 years because it's a later date. But it
Yeah,
just doesn't make
maybe.
sense. It just doesn't make sense at all. Like people are kicked out for literally no reason at all, and yeah, the game just becomes worse. I mean, now there
Basically,
is
they kicked every guy who cared a bit
yeah,
about
exactly,
the game. And
and
that's the crazy thing.
those who they didn't kick just left by themselves. Jojo and oh, also I forgot to mention the Bookman from UK was also kicked out or left, whatever.
Oh,
But they all left at the same time. Like the in their messages, they don't say that they were kicked out or that they left, or like mostly said it's like my time in Inno games is coming to an end. So it's like you don't know what happened, but some of them give like hints at what happened, like the community manager on NL that that basically says he was kicked out for things of very long ago. Where is it, Doug? Can I find him like this or not? Okay, I can. Uh, where is it? Uh, this? Yes, yes,
yeah,
here.
yeah. It was this one. Yeah.
So where is it specifically? Um, yeah, look, to stop the rumor train immediately and prevent Wild West stories, I will briefly explain the reason. InnoGames has decided to no longer with me due to the decisions made above. Decisions dating from previous years, 2017 and before.
2017.
Yeah,
He was kicked out on
yeah,
2024. That's the oh my
yeah,
god, the biggest joke ever.
yeah. This is how InnoGames works. They they need to kick out people to cut costs because their games are doing terribly. Because for some stupid reason they decide to invest in mobile games that are like not like it's nothing new at all. I don't know if you've seen their mobile games, but the three mobile games. There's Rise of Cultures, there's Sunrise Village, and there's Lost Survivors. Like Sunrise Village is basically Heyday. Like it's literally Heyday with more of a story, but it's literally Heyday. Why would you ever play this when you already might play other games of the genre? This is pretty similar, honestly. Lost Survivors. You build a village and it's the same thing. And this one is kind of the same thing as well, but it's a bit different. You like change of eras. Like you begin in the prehistoric era and then you evolve to another era. But it's like it's all village building games. Nothing is like
Yeah,
new.
yeah,
None of the content
yeah.
is like new. So it's like they decide to invest in games that bring nothing new to the table instead of actually making this one better, which is what would make sense since so many people play it.
Of
Um,
course.
and yeah, instead of telling people that well, I need to kick you out because well we're doing bad financially and I will just put a community manager from another game to substitute you, which is what happened. They are telling people that they got kicked for decisions made in 2017, right? Which is totally
2017,
normal, totally
7
normal.
years ago. That's crazy.
Yeah, it, it just makes no sense. But yeah, this was the craziest expulsion. I mean, for others, there wasn't much of a reason either. It doesn't make much sense because I mean they might have been kicked for having given me anti-cheat, which is like a tool that only community managers are supposed to have. It's not something that was enforced by other lead community managers before Ricardo, but I would like kind
The
of
funny
get
thing,
it. But
the funny thing about anti-cheat, I had this. I had the anti-cheat on 2021 tournament.
yeah, yeah, like pretty much everyone has had the anti-cheat around that time. I feel like in Spain they were giving it in FR, for example, in other servers too, I think. So like now, this Ricardo came in and just told people to remove it because they're gonna enforce the rule, whatever, which is fine. But then in the end of the I got removed the tool like in I don't know in like May, like it was early on. It was early on into him joining. But then the community managers get kicked in the end of the year, and it might have been because of that, which makes no sense. Like they already removed the permissions, so it doesn't make sense. But
Mm-mm.
the funny thing is that there's other community managers, like like your community manager, that gave also anti-cheat and was not kicked. So we don't actually know if that was the reason, or if there was other reason, or if there was no reason at all, right? Or if
Yeah, I don't
people are
know.
just really treated differently, and some people were kicked for a thing that others also did but were not kicked. So who knows? Who knows? Um, but yeah, I emailed Ricardo. He said nothing. Um, what am I trying to find now? I'm going through the document that I have. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, okay. I will talk about the support that the awesome support that people receive in the PT server. So, well, it's totally normal that they can't give you like a ton of details about your ban because, well, they're not gonna tell you, oh, you use this bot, so you are banned. Because if that was the case, you would just stop using that bot and you wouldn't be banned ever. But but the reality is that a lot of the times they don't even know what they're banning you for, and a lot of the
No,
times, a lot of
that's
the
the same
times,
thing.
yeah, a
Same
lot
thing
of the
in some.
times they that's the same thing everywhere, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A lot of the times they don't even like they just don't know how the game works. Like for example, one one community manager that did a funny thing. That was a screenshot that I received the other day. Um, where is it? Let me try to find. Okay, this screenshot. Copy link. Look at this. What? What is this? Okay, look at this. This guy is just sending player
Oh,
logs in a support
yeah,
ticket.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bro, you see,
Oh my god.
this is this is the support that we have. They don't follow their own rules. This is Rakanish. I have nothing against him, by the way. This is I'm just showing this because, like, I feel like this could have been any community manager sending this. Honestly,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, it's
I never saw that.
yeah. This is funny.
Oh yeah.
It's just awesome, right? You can't share anything from inside of the tools. Well, we copy paste instead, right? That's the problem is solved. It's not a screenshot, guys. Come on, come on. It's not a screenshot. It, yeah. That one is really funny. So some guy sent me that the other day. It was really funny. Um, but yeah, I'm mentioning that because the community managers and their support barely even know the game, let alone what scripts people are using. So, a funny example of that is that I was banned on a few occasions at first on my account. This is another account. Is this my first account? I'm not sure. I think it is. I think I renamed it, so yeah. I was banned, and then I eventually like started recording every single video, and I think I even got banned in the video that I recorded. I don't know if I can find that. This was an appeal. I don't know. I don't know if I can find it. But I was like banned once, and then I just started recording every time, and then they eventually stopped banning me because like I was literally recording everything and showing that I was not cheating. But they didn't even watch the video, by the way. They didn't even care to watch. If they actually cared, they would tell me to like come screen share and let's see what weird logs are happening, uh, and if you are actually playing legal, of course. But then, well, I never got banned again on this account, on my main account. But I made another account to play. I wanted to make like a no losses account for fun, and I started began banned on it, which is funny. Um, Here's the first ban. I just got banned, whatever. I was using nothing strange, but I was not recording because I didn't want people to know this account was mine. That sounds weird, honestly, because I mean I could just say, okay, I was recording. Here's the like me being banned in the moment, whatever. But yeah, like I explained everything to this guy. I wasn't doing anything different from usual. Um, Explained how to play with keyplays, play with two tabs, whatever. And what is this? Look at this. I completely explain everything that I'm doing.
My god.
What is this?
Your statement is just speculation. Yeah.
I'm like speculating about how I was playing or what? What's the
Oh my
speculation
god.
here? Um, by the way, this is the anti-fraud detection tool. It's anti-cheat, and it
It's
was by
setting.
Nunu.
Yeah.
It was Tastic. So
Oh,
so
okay.
maybe Tastic even has anti-cheat, and he's not community manager. So that's also funny, right? It's also very funny. Oh, and this is recent, by the way. This is on November,
Yeah,
October.
November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah. Um. Like nothing happened from here, obviously. Which is, I mean,
Action are detected by the system, so human error is impossible.
yeah, but the system error is not impossible. That's the problem.
Yeah, yeah,
Because the
obviously.
fucking system also detects legal scripts, like the import quickvar script.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so yeah, it makes no sense. This one I got banned again. It was like the round right after or something, or like another day, same round, and I just like explained everything better. And he sent the fucking NPC, and I mean, if you don't say this, what else are you gonna say? And he just sends another NPC answer, which is funny. And look at this, bro. Then what
Just,
justifies?
oh my god.
Like they are banning people. At least here, it seems like it was what happened here. They banned me because you know those numbers that said like how many actions at the same second a player had.
Mm-mm.
It seems like they just banned me because that number was high, probably. Like, oh, this guy has simultaneous actions, I'll ban him. But that's not how it works. You can't just ban someone for simultaneous actions. There are plenty of ways to have simultaneous actions, even without using any kind of script. So It just doesn't make sense. Like you could be playing on two tabs with zero scripts, and it's possible to have actions in the same second. Still,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
tested it out, by the way. I tested it, so I know what I'm talking about. And there's also, well, you can be playing on phone and on PC at the same time, which is it's not co-playing if it's the same player, and this is something that the support can see, and that would still allow you to do action at the same time. Like you would click on farm on phone, and you would click on PC on like the upgrading things like at the same time. Like that's possible. Um, but yeah, you just explain everything, uh, and they continue to give you NPC answers, and yeah, whatever. Like it just makes no sense. All of these messages, like the more you talk about, the more info you try to give, the less they care. It just makes no sense. Because like when I was part of support, and I mean it makes sense. Like you may get a random appeal, and they might tell you, "Oh, I was like doing nothing. I was playing legal," and you can clearly see that they were doing something. But one thing
yeah, yeah,
is someone like explaining you like literally every single step of what they are doing, and like trying to prove that they're not cheating. Like it's different. I know most of the people who appeal are like trolling in the appeal and just want to be unbanned and they were cheating. But there are times where you might have like a wrong ban and you actually like listen to the person and you try to actually remake what the person is saying, and and you actually find that I don't know the way you were banning people is wrong, or there's some problem with whatever you were doing. Like it happens. It genuinely happens. You want to know an even more funny thing though? I contacted Allura through the to Mattermost still at that time regarding this, and I didn't say it was me because I didn't want to like I didn't want to just say, oh, I was banned, please unban me or something like that.
yeah, yeah,
That was not my
yeah.
goal. I I just said that it was a friend of mine that was banned, that I know how he plays because I taught him how to play, and he plays legally and whatever. And well, what she told me is the classic. That is, well, he's probably lying. He's cheating for sure.
Yeah,
You can't trust people. But she
yeah, yeah,
always says this shit, literally always. So it's like, well, in real life you are innocent until proven guilty, and here it's like it's the opposite, yeah, right? Everyone is guilty.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing about the support. Yeah, yeah,
It
crazy.
just makes no sense. They give no support at all. But if you look at other servers, you may even have the fucking staff send you the logs, right? As we saw. So like you don't have to do this, or maybe you do, and the other guy just doesn't follow the rules. But well, he's still a part of support, so and we are not. So he surely does something right, right?
Yeah, yeah,
He's doing something right. Um, anyway, it's pretty much just a waste of time to try to contact support. Like it's a waste of time in the PT server and BR server, of course. In the other servers, I don't know because I don't have that much of an experience with getting banned anywhere because I don't play illegally. It's like I don't fucking know. Um, yeah. Um, mm, okay. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think I pretty much talked about everything. Just the the general idea that the the people above basically refuse to provide any sort of support, but also not just community managers like Ricardo. He literally refuses to answer me for whatever reason. When all I want is to help the game, right? That's I mean that's all that we want in the end.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
That's the thing. That's the thing.
and they don't care. I also still have things on the chat. Um, oh, we also, by the way, we found out for everyone watching, you will now discover a guy that you have never heard of before. Um,
Oh, oh, yeah. I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Look at this one. I found this random like interview or discussion with some random Games people. That minute two, you have this person here. Uh, this this store guy.
Torsten Shunken, senior product manager. His focus is Tribal Wars 1.
So there is this guy. This guy exists. And I never heard of this guy. So he seems to be pretty high up, and I messaged him. I sent him an email that I sent you a screenshot of, and he just didn't answer. I mean, to be fair, it's a bit like awkward for me to have messaged him out of nowhere. So I just said this. I didn't say anything weird, but I never got an answer. So like contacting them is useless.
Yeah,
It's completely useless.
I tried in 2022, and I sent an email to InnoGames, but it got never answered.
Yeah, it's the same as talking to a wall. Literally the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you know this one. You probably do. Look at this. Yeah, like
Oh,
yeah, we are not even allowed to move villages. So a lot of servers that did special rounds that way, um, well, it's not allowed. The funny thing is that the PT server also did this, and recently. So you know, you can see that the rules are different for everyone. Yeah, I mean, it was a fairly small thing, but it was still moving villages. They started the round with runes. I don't know if you ever made a round with runes. It's kind of fun, but like if you set up the round wrongly, the runes will just spawn in the middle of the map
yeah. Okay, I see.
because like it's a very odd setting. You have to put like the number of days from when the server was created to the day that you want the the runes to
There,
spawn.
yeah, they
So
to appear.
like in
Okay.
Italy, I would go here, I would go to speed, I would go to server settings, and I would see that the server was created at this day. So I would have to like calculate the number of days from this day to like tomorrow, for example. And I mean, you can just put that on Google, and it's fairly easy. But it's not very like it's not very easy to realize that that is what you have to do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So in PT, I mean, I've said Tastic multiple times that I'm down to like help him with whatever, but his ego is way too big, so he never actually messaged me asking for help. So when he did that round, like the runes just spawned in the middle because he doesn't know how to set it up, and he just moved them, which is, I mean, it's not legal, like it's not allowed, but yeah, the rules are different for everyone clearly. Um, what else do I still have? What else do I still have? Um, let me see. By the way, I don't know if you still want to say something else as well.
I don't think so. I will record a video myself about the French community and my history with the staff, but nothing to do with speeds, basically.
Yeah, I mean, this is nothing specifically to do with speeds either. I don't know if you want to talk about this still, but one more thing that I can talk about is funny movements of some communities from around the game to actually like get their support out, and nothing is ever done. Like they're not even listened to. Like this. This is from 2019 to get Alura out of the community management. I mean, it's not like these guys can do much at all, but
He pinged everyone.
yeah, he just pinged everyone. But this was 2019. This was the people that were above at the time. Like it makes sense for them to just like try to get out of the Brazilian server because I mean everything they would post on the Brazilian server is just deleted, and here at least this was not deleted. So it's something at least. It's something. And now more recently they even made a public petition, which is funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, we had this on French server.
yeah. Lack of communication, ignoring feedback, rigid tone interactions, arbitrary rules, and lack of
Oh,
transparency.
that's quite
Inactivity,
big. What the fuck?
delays in support. Yeah, I mean,
This shit is big.
yeah. I mean, you would think I'm maybe like the only person here bashing InnoGames and telling them to do something, but no, I'm not at all. They just don't care at all. It's not.
And they put the phones. That's quite serious.
Yeah. It's not. I'm not the only one trying to make change happen. I mean, we. um, the funny thing is that over the years, even like the guy that did this now, he's trying to join the support, which is funny. So now he's like censoring himself, and the content that he's doing is completely different from what he
Oh
used to do.
no.
Look at this.
Oh no.
He's like self-censoring, uh, which is sad. Honestly, it's honestly sad because we go from like trying to make things better to, well, like surrendering almost. Um, yeah, how to create an account in forum rules, game rules, how to
Oh
apply
no.
to be a forum mod. Like here, 8 days ago, out support. 8 days ago, and we went from this to this. It's kind of sad. But the thing is, we've seen this in other servers as well. In PT, like there's Kirgonix, I don't know how to pronounce his name. In the support, he was also a player that was always asking for change, for like new classics to be made, for things to happen. Traduction, please. Traduction of what? Of what? Zinedine. I don't know what you need me to translate. Um, but he was always like asking for things to change, and now, I mean, he's helping things change. They
Or
have been
maybe
doing.
he's asking me to traduce in French because
Oh,
I
he
don't
doesn't
think
speak
he
English.
understands well. Yeah, no,
Oh
I
no,
don't think so.
that is bad. Well, we are 1 hour and 20 in. I don't know if it's a bit over. Um, but yeah, things have been happening recently. Like they have been making some special rounds with like random tribes, big rounds, which is cool. But when you look at it, like nothing has changed still. I made the topic with like suggestions of
Wait,
rounds.
wait. Translate him, and I don't know if French people are regarding this, but I will translate just for the last thing you show about this guy trying to enter the support.
Okay,
Euh,
sure.
en gros, là, ce qu'il a montré, c'est un peu ce qui s'est passé, mais c'était en France, c'était il y a longtemps, c'était en 2018. Il y avait une pétition, enfin, même pas, c'était même pas 2018, c'était avant, ça devait être genre 2016. En gros, il y avait une grosse pétition énorme de la part de beaucoup de joueurs français pour que Manfred il soit kick du support, parce qu'il y avait eu beaucoup d'histoires, il y avait eu beaucoup d'histoires avec lui. Et là, en gros, ce qu'il a montré, c'est que depuis 2019, il y a beaucoup de joueurs brésiliens ou de la communauté portugaise qui se plaignent en même temps parce que les deux sont intrinsèquement liés. Donc du coup, en fait, il y a beaucoup de joueurs qui sont liés et qui ont fait une pétition énorme, en gros, pour donner leur ressenti sur comment le staff était géré, tout ça, etc. Là-bas. Parce que c'est une énorme blague. Il y a de la corruption et tout de partout. Et du coup, ils ont fait une pétition qui a été signée par 155 mecs. Et en gros, le mec qui l'a écrit maintenant, il a une chaîne YouTube où en gros, il a filmé tous les arguments. Il essaye de mettre en place sa pétition, tu vois. Et en fait, bah là, le mec, il a complètement switché sa position. Il est passé de mecs qui critiquent le support et qui essayent de faire que les choses changent à vouloir rentrer dans le support. Donc là, il y a un mois, il était en train d'envoyer des fumigènes sur le staff. Et là, maintenant, il est en train de filmer des vidéos pour dire oh, comment créer un compte, comment MP le support. Tu vois. Donc voilà, c'est ça l'histoire.
Okay. He answered you, by the way. He said, okay.
Yeah, 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 I saw, I saw.
Okay. Another funny thing, this is extremely recent, and this also comes from the BR server. This guy was a part of support, and recently he decided to leave. And I mean, I will just fully translate this message because it's a funny one. Some guy like sent some suggestion, like completely unrelated, and the topic is now deleted, by the way. Like the point of the topic was not whatever this guy said, but it became that because it was a big criticism of the support. So it was just I don't even know exactly what the suggestion was about. I think it was about maybe adding some sort of a farm bot into the game to like counter the fact that everyone uses bots.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. It completely makes sense. Like we are in 2024. People are always going to find some automatic way to do things, unless your anti-cheat is good, which it is not. But what he says here is, congrats, you said exactly everything I said while I was in support. And you know what I always heard? We'll see what I can do. I will send to the programmers. Well, my friend of support at the time, Tapia, that was the speed admin, by the way. This guy has been in support for a long time. It's like he's saying he thinks that the PM may have done the same suggestion as him, and he would probably have heard the same answer. And that he has been playing TW for 16 years, and well, he comes here to talk to everyone about everything he's played and lived in TW, and that he joined in support only to try to put in place what the community was asking for. But he actually found a system that doesn't want to help the game at all, and didn't even want to hear the community at all. So he's saying, get used to it. I tried. I thought I would change the game, but the truth is that never will ever change. While the community managers that that are the leaders of the game don't actually play the game at all, TW will only go downhill. Herminia and Carla, this is Allura and Amici. Amici is the core community manager of BR. They only want to see money enter their account and do nothing for the community. And the ones that do enter to try to help the community, they will just block you from talking about your ideas and making the game better. I am tired of. I got tired of asking Allura to change the rules of the game and of the forum. I told her that I had new rules to adapt the game to turn the game more like 2024 basically, because the rules have been the same since the beginning basically, and always ignored, always saying, well, I got tired of being the only one that actually took care of the forum and of the tickets. You can check. You only need to analyze it. How many messages in the forum of buying villages, scripts, tribes, like I don't know, things that should be talked about in support tickets, so like reports, spot reports. And the message now continues there for more than a week. Nothing, no one here moderates anything else because I was pretty much always online 24 hours a day, and I was always the bad guy that banned everyone. But I was the only one who actually followed the rules and was actually applying everything and giving alerts with justifications, and that no one ever told him to do this, and that he just did this because he just always does everything with a lot of thought about its impact on other people. And like to summarize, the the person that was actually trying to make the community better has now left, and well, enjoy the mess and the shit that this forum is, and get used to it because from here on it's only getting worse. And now none of these messages are there anymore. Everything is deleted. I think his account may even have been banned from the forum. So yeah, it's yeah, those are the things that are
Surprising.
yeah. One more funny thing that I was told. I don't know how true this is, by the way, but I don't play the game, so I don't know. But what I was told is that now they can actually see what scripts you run and their content on the game. Like,
Oh, that shit is crazy. That
like,
shit.
yeah, they apparently they seem to be able to do that now. So they have an entity that can see that. At least is what I was told, right? Like I don't know. It was not told to me by someone a part of support, so I don't know. It's pure speculation, but it seems to be that they can see the content of shit that you are running, and this is completely illegal according to the laws of privacy of the EU, and especially since there was no change in the terms of service, I think, regarding that, and players did not accept any sort of terms of service. It's like you are invading what people are doing. It's the same thing as if YouTube was like able to like block ad blocker or something. They can like change the code of of the page to try to make it detect ad blocker, but they can't see what you are actually running. They like the page itself detects if you are running it or something, but they can't like see specifically if you are running something or not. And here it seems like that is what they're trying to do, and that's not legal apparently. I mean I don't know how true this is. It's alleged, right? Because I don't know. It's what I was told, but still funny thing. And uh, yeah, I the last thing that I have to talk about. This is more to do with game rules itself. Let's talk about red alert, right? We're gonna make enemies. We're gonna go all the way. Um, red alert is the
Oh.
script admin of .NET, and he's also on UK now. And what they can see, my feed secret. What? Cause what the fuck? Um, so he is the script admin, right? And well, with that he moderates the scripts that get sent to approval on .NET. Some year ago, I think it was like a year ago or so, Steve messaged me and like just randomly um, said that he was like playing a world, and for some reason, every single script of Red Alert would just be blocked when their tribes are fighting, and Red Alert is on the enemy team. So I'm like, wait, there's something is wrong here, because the scripts work for everyone else clearly. And by the way, I contacted Jojo at the time. This is not illegal. I'm not talking about something that is illegal, but I'm just like showing you what people will do that actually like doesn't go against the rules at all. But it's like so like it's just evil, honestly. Like why would you ever do this? So yeah, he would just block the the enemy tribes from being able to use the scripts that he made. So like, well, if you play Worlds, you pretty much know that pretty much all the good scripts are made by Red Alert, and a lot of people use them. So obviously the people from the PT the PT no the US server, which is where they play, also um, use those scripts. And well, what that does is it basically gives contact, it gives contact no, gives power to Red Alert to just change the script whenever he wants, and just make it so people can um, not use his script at all. We found in the script of his in the mint helper, which still exists today, obviously. We found, I don't know if it still is here. It would be funny. Okay, I don't find it anymore. But at the time, this link was inside of this script, and well, you can see what this link does. You just have to look at it. Um, it like checks the world and checks
Oh
the
my
player ally.
god. Oh my god.
So he would just like block tribes that he wants to be blocked from using his script, and he would have this inside of all of his codes. I don't know if he has this anymore. Um, maybe he removed it since, but still, it's something that happened. And even more recently, he has his own Discord server, and he also has been doing things that break the rules. Where is it? Um, uh, look at this. Wait, let me see if I can find this quickly. Hmm. Okay, so what I'm trying to show here is this, this, this one. Oh, what? Oh, wait. Uh, that's annoying. Okay, wait. I will find the solution. I will find the solution. Uh, this.
Did you send me the screenshot or on
No,
our
no, 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 no.
private community?
Look,
Okay.
like he's just telling, like in a chat, he made a chat that is like cheaters exposed. Now he already deleted it, by the way. But he had this chat where he would just like say people that are using their scripts and are like changing it. And this is not legal. You can't just say what people are doing or aren't. Like, oh, again, I forgot. Fuck. And then he's like extremely surprised with the fact that people are like changing his scripts, right? But well, I mean, if he's gonna change the scripts, or if there is the potential for him to change the script to just block tribes from using it, I mean, I would also fucking change the script and host it
Yeah,
myself. I would
yeah,
not
of
rely
course.
on this shit.
Yeah.
It makes complete sense. And yeah, he's here like reporting who changes his code. It's like it just doesn't make sense.
That's crazy.
I also
I don't know.
talked to a guy um, that he like he tests software to see if they have like no breaches. He even reported some some code that was completely broken that allowed people to to basically just log into an account without even having the password. There was that
Oh,
bug, and he reported that bug to Winnow Games, and instead of getting paid for it, because it was like there was a bug bounty program. A lot of companies do this. Like you find like a breach in the system or something, and they will pay you for it. But he was not paid because he was told that the program had stopped already, and they fixed the problem. So it's like he had all the work of like finding it and reporting it, and he got nothing for it. That guy also has some funny stories. But I mean, yeah, it's that's not legal. And well, when this is, I mean, this is not something illegal or something, but it's just for you to see. Um, like this is just a random guy who joined the server of Red Alert. Of course, he can do whatever he wants. The server is his. But just for you to see how he is as a person. Like this guy randomly says something about scripts. Like he didn't. I don't think he did say anything illegal, but he just says this is what happens when you don't follow server rules. You get banned, and the server rules is you can't speak other language other than English. It's like he's proud as fuck of having banned this guy. He's making him an example. You fucking speak other language, you get banned. It's like what's the point of this? It just shows me that he has a really big ego and he's just strange. He has before he used to like join and leave the Discord server of Speeds. He did that a ton of
yeah.
times for like no
Yeah,
reason
I
at
saw
all.
that.
Like just spying what was going on. Like what's the point? This guy is just strange. Just really strange.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I could
That's
even
crazy.
still talk about some more things that this other guy discovered. Um, this guy discovered that, um, well, not necessarily he discovered, but he knows that there was a data breach in like I don't even know 20 2015, and there's this website that has like the full data of a data breach from 2015 of Games. This has like accounts, player IDs, player emails, things like that. And
Oh my God.
like I don't know how to touch these things, but this guy does. And he contacted the support, and the support told him this. He contacted the support because of the breach, and the support told him this. Um, well, I'll just put it in translate. Uh, English. So yeah,
Oh,
basically
what
they
the fuck?
they completely deny that this data breach happened, which is it's extremely fucking dangerous, very dangerous. And Like I
The fuck?
even talked to this
Have
guy.
your IPs been disclosed? That's crazy, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, but they have been though. That's the thing. In 2015, sure, but they still deny that it happened. While other companies, like, I mean, they you have to report when there is a data breach, or else, well, people might get their accounts compromised and even emails. So, like, I even messaged him. He asked me what my name in the time was, and he could like find my account and my email, and he did. He did. He found my account, my email, my password. He even found the 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 accounts of Allura and of Tastic, by the way, and their passwords back at the time. Let me just like censor the emails because I don't wanna. I'm not gonna like I'm here to criticize them. I'm not here to like dox them or I don't do that. Um, like this guy just was able to get the passwords of like everyone from back then, like this. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So this is like the password, but it's like encrypted. Um, but he managed to remove the encryption as well. So like if people from back then still have the account and have the same password, um, you can actually just know what their password is. And apparently before, the bug that this guy reported also allowed him to just log into an account with that encrypted version of the password, something like that. Like this guy is really strong when it comes to well programming and shit. So
Yeah.
yeah, he has all that info, and he has done a lot. And well, if he hadn't, maybe people would be connecting into each other's accounts without having their password, which is yeah, it's awesome, right? Um, yeah, I think that is about all that I wanted to talk about. I mean, I talked about pretty much everything. I feel like. I think we made enough enemies now.
Yeah. Maybe.
Let's see what Kazal is saying. In the German support, there are guys that let other people use my WhatsApp profile picture and don't ban them even when I proved that the person on the picture was me. And it came to the point where they say, don't use pictures of you in WhatsApp. And then I asked them to give me a contact of those accounts so I can get official law. Wait, what? It's like what? It's like
What the fuck?
people were just using your profile pic of WhatsApp in game. What? No, that's new. I mean, when I've seen that happen in other places, normally like a support ticket would solve the problem, but that's fucking insane if it doesn't solve the problem on the on the fucking German server. The German server is messy now without Antimacht. Antimacht was a good community manager, but he also
Yeah.
left
Yeah.
with Jojo around the same time. It was like a few months difference. It was pretty sad for the game, honestly, losing pretty good community managers. I mean, now what good community managers are there that you actually remember have done something for the game? I don't think there's any. Like genuinely, like Daksha is not there anymore. Jojo is not there anymore. Antimacht also came back with speeds
Kakashi.
on
Yeah.
Kakashi also. I mean, he was honestly. It's funny because I was talking with a person that plays on the Spanish server, and um, where is it? Uh, look, this is very typical. Let me see. I mean, I don't know why I'm not just saying what he said. It's this. This is the
Yeah. Yeah.
typical stuff
That's
of
the
Inno
thing.
games.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing with Inno games.
It's like you had a bad community manager and you were like, nah, get rid of this guy. But then they come up with an even worse one. Like, how is this possible? Like, how can you fuck up so badly? But I mean, that's the thing in most servers. In Hungary, for example, the new community manager has never done anything related to tribal wars. I mean, Ever seen this name, right? Old Fox. He comes from some other game. I don't know what game. I think Girapolis or something like that. But when they kicked people, when I talked about them kicking people, it was not out of Tribal Wars only. It was also out of Grepolis. I think there were even more people kicked on Grepolis than on Tribal Wars. I obviously don't know the reasons for those. Well, we don't know the reasons for any. The reality is that. But yeah, I mean, it seems clear that they just wanted to cut costs. So instead of actually getting supporters that may actually care about the game, they just went to get other community managers from other games and they just put them on this game as well, even though they don't even know the game, basically. Yeah, that's the game we have. It's cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
It's very cool. But yeah, I think that's about it, honestly. Um, I don't know if you still want to say something else.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, well, the end goal with all of this, I mean, I don't think anything will happen. I don't even think anyone will listen to this. But the reality is that
No, I think
all of
it's too
this,
late now. It's too late. It's too late. Honestly, it's too late.
yeah, but yeah,
At
so
least
never play
we
it and
tried.
execute the game.
We
I agree.
tried.
What?
At least we tried.
We tried, yeah. Gazala said he sent the support ticket with the scripts, all the scripts that he had when he stopped playing, and he just said, yes, I'm sending it to the devs. Half a year he asked me why the snipe script isn't working.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. I reported this with screens and he's still in the team? Holy shit, that's awesome. That is fucking awesome. I mean, it doesn't get much worse than that, honestly. Like, the list, yeah, well, yeah, I don't even know. Like, so many people who are in support, I guess some of them do abuse their power, maybe, and just.
Yeah, of course, that exists.
However, I
I
mean,
used
I
to do
got
that.
kicked for that without any sort of proof, which is funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, the reason he's still in there, and now I'm interested. Let's see. Never play it and execute the game. That is a good idea, but the thing is, it's hard to execute the game because you always have like guys coming in from time to time and they're like, oh, I last played this game 6 years ago. How's the game now? Let me come check it. Most of them check it and like leave like a month after or so because they see the game is shit. But there's also just a lot of people who really like playing the game. Like the real way to open their eyes is to execute the game, right? To have like everyone stop playing it. But that's not gonna happen. I mean, it's really hard for that to ever happen because you can never really reach every single community. They have done a really good job at making sure that the communities are very separated. The real way is just to make another game better. I agree. I mean, I think this game could be made better with some changes to it, like short term, like adding the scripts to the game, like adding key press to the game itself, things like that. Because they don't believe Discord chats, I could have faked them. Oh yeah, 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 awesome. Well, yeah, GG. Well, the thing is, even if you try to send scripts to people higher up, um, like I did a lot of videos reporting scripts and their their impacts on the tools. Let me see if I can show you that. I obviously can't show you the tools because that would be breaking the rules. And well, if they break their own rules, I don't break their own rules. So I'm doing better than they are, I guess. But let's see if I can show the thumbnails or something of that. Because I literally recorded a ton of videos with illegal scripts and what they do and their logs, and they never did anything about it. Is it on this account? I don't think so. Oh yeah, it is. Never mind. Some of these are here. Like there's some things here. I made all of these in August. I sent to CC for him to send to people above him, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he did. They just never really bothered to do anything. Let me see if I have more. I probably have more. the thing is, like, trying to make a different game is pretty much impossible. Yeah, look, this here. There's all the, like, I put a good
Yeah,
amount of time into this. Like, I sent all the scripts, all the codes, all everything, because these are scripts that are very used, like auto snipe script, things like that. And well, they obviously did nothing about it. So yeah, I might even want to spend time on the game and make it better, but it doesn't make sense. Look at King's Age, legit copy. Yeah, because copyright, that's the biggest problem. But even then, like, how do you put Tribal Wars people playing other games? It's just impossible because, like, if you go to the forum and say, "Oh, I created this new game. It has nothing to do with Tribal Wars," like, you will still be just
good.
censored.
Deleted
And
it.
and there is just no way for you to reach the TW community and tell them that you made this game, whatever, because they barely interact outside of the game. Like, some people have Discord, but the masses of the game don't even interact through Discord or through the forum even. They barely check anything. So yeah, even in like YouTube, I actually saw some like YouTube channel in Polish of Tribal Wars, and like it gets some views, but still compared to the number of players that the server has, um, the there is just not enough reach to actually be able to do anything because no one really does anything outside of the game. There have been multiple projects, honestly, of people trying to make a game. Um, I have one from a guy on .NET that I actually had a topic discussion with him, and see, he didn't ever talk about this. Let me see where. Oh, by the way, this is also sad. There have never been more ideas and improvement topics. This is something Jojo would be sad about for sure. Like, they just have not approved any topic because if you post a topic, it's set to be private until someone approves it to be public, and they just haven't done that at all. It's sad. At least Jojo actually tried to do something. Like, sure, there's a ton of things here being processed. Like, this should all have been like made. There's changes from 2019, things like that. But well, at least he tried. He gave players um, power to do stuff. Oh well, I on the map. Damn, damn. This guy came with the idea of LA and map for the first time. Um, yeah, like things like this. This should be fairly fine and easy to do. Like a lot of suggestions are things like these. It could be easily done, I feel like, but I mean, can't really blame Jojo for them not doing anything. It's
Yeah.
he tried,
Yeah.
he tried. But yeah, I was gonna show you the topic, the discussion, whatever. Let me see if I can find it through this. Here, yeah. He asked what would you change about the game, this guy, and then he messaged me saying that he's actually making a new game. And well, of course this was deleted. I don't know who actually has this subreddit, but yeah. And then I actually talked to him on Discord for a bit, but like he just wanted to make a really complex thing with food population, things like that. Like the idea that makes TW good or very popular is its simplicity. And like if you want to do something similar to this, you can't complicate it too much. At least that's my opinion. Like I really think that in short term, the easy way for them to make the game better is to just, well, add some scripts into the game, make some of those changes that are good, like small things like that of the improving self-conquer. It makes sense because imagine someone um, someone is like attacking your village or something, and um, you decide to bulk it. I don't know if that's how you say it in French, but you like remove some
Yeah, yeah.
loyalty from it so that
Yeah.
the other player loses the other nobles that come, and you like conquer it right after. Like that's basically like a self-conquer situation, or even in self-conquer situations where you like, I don't know, you are being attacked, but you send a noble after the other player's attacks just to make sure. But maybe he didn't even conquer it, like, and you like conquered it instead. But when you do that, everything from that village stops. The account manager production is the bigger thing. And it makes no sense, and it should be things that are fairly simple to change, and they just don't. Let me see what Bigfoot is saying. Overcomplicated are not fun, you have to perma-go there, too much info. And they all made daily quests so boring. Yeah, it has a lot of things. I really think that, honestly, like, the league solution is the best way to solve this game. This thread is really cool. But well, we can check it out eventually if you want. I'm not gonna go through it. But I think if the game was made or changed to be like League in a way. So for example, what I mean with this is, in League we have a casual queue, we have ranked queue, we have ranked queue of 5 people. Everything stops, but not at total production. Yes, but the account manager orders stop. You need to put account manager again. That's what I'm talking about. Like, things like that should be fairly simple to fix. I don't know. Oh, one thing, by the way. I don't know if you remember these bugs. You for sure do. Bugs. All these bugs. Tubes, time traveling, times that are incorrectly adapted, whatever. All these bugs. Things like this, this and this, and the duplication bug. Where's the duplication bug? Is it here? Somewhere? No. What is the duplication glitch? Hey, here, okay, I found it. It apparently is like built into the game, so you can't fix it. It like the code is built like this, so it's bound to have these bugs. So basically, what that tells me is that the game can never truly be competitive, because like, how can it be competitive if you have attacks randomly arriving back 1 second after? Like, it makes no sense. And I tested this with Bullock, and it's not something very uncommon at all. I can show you this. 1420. I can show you this quickly. What we did is we just sent attacks. I put 2 villages. So save this. I put 2 villages close to one another. They were like 40 seconds away. Will happen, so. And on the other. Let me see. Yeah, I moved the villages a bit, so they were instead less time away from each other, I think. Let me see. No, what? Wait, oh, wait. Oh, okay. I was sending when there was a 3 in the seconds, so that in return the attack should come when there is a 0 in the seconds. So
Yeah.
So what actually happened here, if you go look at the reports, I'm just sending attacks, whatever. It was 3 and 8. Yeah, it was 5 seconds difference. So in theory, all the reports should come ending at a 5 or at a 0 in the seconds. But some of them, where is it? 15, 10, 31. Look, it's not because I sent it wrong. It's simply because the game is bugged and the attacker randomly came back 1 second after. We've had this happen a lot of times because, and this is very noticeable when we're trying to backtime, because if I were to backtime an attack like this, I would send it at 30 because, well, it's the calculations. But no, it comes back at 31. Yeah, the time we spend on the fucking retime shit bug, yeah. And, well, they never really did anything about this. They never really said anything about it. Like, it's funny, it's marked as unconfirmed. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, it's quite annoying that more could be done. But as I was saying, the league solution, that is what I think would make the game better, is make it so there's like maybe even 2 games. You can leave Tribal Wars as it is, and you can make like a Tribal Wars speed version, and you can just make it be like League in a way. You have like, you can queue up solo to a 5v5, and you have like, it's like chosen randomly in the beginning of the match, whether you have a random map like we play with a lot of the times when we play TW with random teams, or you can have like a mirrored map, or you can have like, I don't know, one tribe in one continent, one tribe in the other, things like that. It would be funny. That would be like chosen in the beginning of the round randomly, and then you would like choose if you're playing defense, if you're playing mixed, if you're playing whatever. And well, you can obviously discuss and talk to your teammates while, and you would have more time because it's tribal wars. It's not a league game where you are like walking around and doing things permanently. So you would be able to do that, and then there would be competitive queue. There would be flex as well. Like I feel like it could be really fun. Like, wouldn't you just queue up to playing a fucking 5v5 tribals match from time to time? Like it would be nice. It would be really cool. But obviously that would have to come with effort from them to actually publicize the game and maybe make it look a bit nicer and not like extremely old, but without actually making it more complex, because the simplicity of it is really nice. And what I would do as well is, well, like every month or so, like maybe like every 6 months or so, you would change the meta of the game. You would like change the stats of units. You would um, change like the building formula. You would make some things cost more and cost
Yeah, it
less
could be
of one
interesting.
resource.
Yes.
Like
Yeah, I
just
see the point.
change the game, because well, we've been here playing this game for a very long time, and since people have been figuring out how to like sprint in N1, for example, it's always been the same thing. It has always been um, rush stable, rush barracks, make spears, make whatever. There's almost like a I don't know. It's almost like the game is solved, at least in that part, because in fighting it's different. Of course, you are playing against other people, so it's always different based on who you're playing against and how they play. But like the practical way of the game, like of sprinting, there's not much skill involved on it. It's more just speed and whether you know what to do or not, because the game is always the same. And sure, I mean it's fine for like 2 years or so. But if you are like 2 years constantly playing in the same way, doing the same thing, maybe it's a bit boring. And if they change things a little bit, it would be nice. So I really think that would be the long-term solution of speeds, and I think it could grow even more than Worlds, because Worlds is cool, but I mean, no one like you are not going to convince a new player to get into Worlds. It just doesn't. Like, good luck getting to an IRL friend of yours and telling them, oh, do you want to play this thing that you have to like wait 18 hours for things to build? Well, to be fair, people play Clash of Clans. To be fair, but it's different. It's different. Here things just happen much more slowly. But still, the the ideal for me would be that just allowing people to play a speed whenever they want, making a competitive mode, making it be like a league in that way, and I think it would be nice, honestly. But yeah, I don't know if you want to say something else or if we end.
No, we can end, I think.
Alright.
But yeah, that was interesting, honestly.
Yeah. I would say so.
Many things I wasn't aware about, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of questionable stuff, and well, I would hope it improves. But well, as we saw in those sprints with Alura in 2023 saying the same thing that she said in 2020, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have many hopes, but we'll see. Anyway, this will be uploaded on YouTube as well for whoever wants to watch it. And yeah, I I will not talk about these things anymore because it's pointless. I just don't want to spend time
Yeah,
on this
yeah,
game.
yeah,
Will
yeah,
instead
that's
do
true.
better things with my life.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
But yeah, when you make your video about your history or something, you can send it on the Discord server, or if you prefer, I can even upload it or something instead. If you feel like no one would watch it on your channel, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know.
Yeah, yeah, I will send you a message about this.
Yeah.
I think I will record it tonight.
Okay.
It makes sense just after the podcast.
Yeah. I
And
mean, you have the ideas fresh on your mind, I guess.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why. That's
Yeah.
why.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
That was pretty funny, yeah.
Someone said yo in the chat. I mean, you are a bit late. But hello, welcome. But yeah, it was nice. If you are just arriving here now, you can still watch everything on YouTube. I won't post now because it takes some time to load, but it will be there. But yeah, GG. It was a pleasure. and
Yeah,
yeah, we'll close this. GG.
yeah. I mean, I didn't play like the last time I played was 6 months ago. So yeah.
Finished already? Yeah. It's been 2 hours, man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Already.
I played the last time I
We
played
started. Yeah.
some like random tribe match on the Discord server. Those are fun. You should come play one of those. Like we just hop into a voice chat with like 10 people. We split the teams in two. We like put two captains. The captains choose the players of the teams, and you just fight it out in different settings. Sometimes it's N1, other times it's even higher start. It's fun. It's really fun. But we haven't done that in like 3 months or something, and no one really wants to do that. So, is the game free or money? It depends. It mostly is pay to win. It's free. You can play for free though. But yeah, I'm out. GG.
Yeah, I'm out too.
Yeah. Bye bye. We'll turn the stream off.